Mark chapter 4 and verse 22. For there is nothing hid which shall not be manifest.
Shall not be manifest. See, we live in a time, because if you grab Ecclesiastes 3, it says the time and the purpose and the season for everything. You see that? So we live in a time now that the wicked is being what? Revealed. By what? The Spirit of the Lord mouth, which who? The prophets, man. Go ahead.
And it says, neither was anything kept secret, but that it should come abroad.
You see that? Not anything kept secret. That's why the Lord said he revealed his secrets to who? His servants, the prophets. And them secrets going to what? Prophecy. How the hidden things searched out? You see that? Go ahead, I was at 47.
This Isaiah 47 starting at 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Go ahead.
Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Right.
But thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Yeah, America no longer be called tender and delicate. Go ahead.
Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, and pass over the rivers.
Go ahead.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
And that's what it is right there. Thy nakedness shall be what? Uncovered. And that's the shame of the so-called white man, all right, and the so-called white people, how America became this great nation. How America became a great nation. Off the backs of who? The so-called Negroes, man. Latino, Native American, Hispanics. It's a shame for history. All right, how the so-called white man conquered America. All right, all these peace treaties that he made with Gad and Reuben, he broke all of them. See, this is a shame for history when we're dealing with these devils, man. And they so fucking proud. Go ahead, Doc.
This is Isaiah 47 and 3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
And now nakedness is being uncovered. Why? Because the prophets out here revealing the secrets. For so long, these so-called white people proclaim to be the good ones, the better ones. You know? But in actuality, they the wicked ones. They the bad ones. You see? Go ahead, Doc.
Back in Isaiah 47 and 3, yea, thy shame shall be seen.
Thy shame shall be seen. Go ahead.
And I will take vengeance and will not meet thee as a man.
And that's Yahweh shot, man. He said he gonna take vengeance. Vengeance mean what? Payback. All right, he said he ain't gonna meet thee as a man. Meaning what? He coming in the angelic force, man. All right. Go ahead.
Isaiah 47 and 4, as for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name.
There you go. Let's go right back into Deuteronomy 28 and 68. For our Redeemer. Because when you go in that word by, it means what? To redeem. The only one can redeem us is who? Yahweh Shah. He the only one can come us and save us, man. All right, out of this hell. So it said, as our Redeemer, what out?
Isaiah 47 and 4, as for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name.
Right.
The Holy One of Israel.
See that? You got it, somebody got something?
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 10. But I have made Esau bare, and I have uncovered his secret places.
There you go.
And he shall not be able to hide himself.
Yeah, he can't hide himself now. All right? The cat is out the hat. He can't hide himself no more, man. All right? That's why we touching on his wickedness, man. You see? And here it is. He ain't even trying to hide it no more. You see how many videos we've been doing on the charisma? You've been seeing how he just been bringing it out on the charisma? You see that? He can't hide no more, man. This nigga is the devil. Go ahead, Doc.
His seed is spoiled in his brethren, in his neighbor, and he is not.
Right?
Let's see this here, man.
Okay, go on.
I got you.
Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, just bagging up what you were saying about him trying to hide himself.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because so long, he was able to get away with murder. But no, the Lord has got this nigga on the stand. All right? Esau is on the stand, man. That's why it go into testifying. All right? What we doing? We on the stand testifying against what? Esau. For all the wickedness that he have done. We testifying against this devil, man. We spiritually snitching. We point the finger. He did this. He did that. He did that. It wasn't nobody but Esau. You see? Who put the drugs in the neighborhood? Esau. Who put the guns in the neighborhood? Esau. You know what I'm saying? Who got our people being moles? Esau. Everything goes back to Esau, man. Why?
All wickedness.
All wickedness. Why? Because the power was given unto him. That's why the Lord said, woe to him that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. You know what I'm talking about? And when the morning is light, they practice it. Why? Because it's in the power of their hands, man. Look how Babylon the Great is being ran. It's being ran by wickedness, man. Go ahead, talking about.
This 2 Ezra 16, verse 63. Surely he knoweth your inventions and what you think in your hearts.
Yeah, the Lord knows it. Why? Because he programmed you. You see that? Yeah, y'all good, y'all good. Go ahead, go ahead. The Lord knows it. Go ahead, talk about.
Surely he knoweth your inventions and what you think in your heart, even them that sin and would hide their sin.
Uh-oh. Go ahead.
Therefore hath the Lord exactly searched out all your works.
The Lord said he exactly searched out all thy works. So these so-called white people, they've been brought up to believe that this was a great country. You know what I'm saying? A brave nation. No, this is a wicked-ass country. All right? It's a wicked-ass country, man. And the Lord gonna do away with this place by thermonuclear missiles. You got it out.
Therefore hath the Lord exactly searched out all your works, and he will put you all to shame.
And the Lord gonna put you to shame, man. And it's starting now. Why? Because the prophets out here revealing the secrets. Who would have known the so-called white man is the devil?
Right.
Who would have known that? You know, who would have known that the so-called white man is Esau according to the Bible?
It wasn't on record.
Exactly. Who would have known that? Because Christianity, the church houses didn't teach us that. Even to this day. So who would have known that? It's the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah, man.
Right.
Going right back to Apostle Ramlah, what it said, it's not a coincidence. All right? This is prophecy being fulfilled before our eyes, man. And we have to take heed to understand this. All right? They don't take it lightly.
I got more.
Go ahead.
And when your sins are brought forward, ye shall be ashamed.
Yeah, Esau gonna be ashamed, man. Go ahead, Doc.
Ye shall be ashamed before men, and your own sins shall be your accusers in that day.
Woo. And this go for 2/3 of our people too. Go ahead.
What will ye do? Or how will ye hide your sins before the Most High and his angels?
And you can't. You can't hide your sin because it said what? The Lord's eyes are 10 times brighter than the sun.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You can't hide your sins from the Lord.
Because the Spirit revealed everything.
That's it.
It's just in due time. And we in the time of the expose of the wicked, Esau Edom, the physical counterpart of spiritual demon Satan, which makes him the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
Just made me think of Jill Scott at the Essence Festival. She had basically mixed the Star Spangled Banner. All right? And she did it when she was 19 years old. Here it is, I think she said she's 51. She in her 50s. So you talking about 30 some years later, the Spirit finally came upon her to bring it out, to reveal it. You know, what she had wrote, and what she wrote was the truth about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and how you were abused and oppressed in this country, and your works are going to go unaccounted for. And still to this day, Esau Edom, and still unto this day, Esau Edom has good eye. And even to this day, Esau Edom is still hiding your labels.
And they Wisdom of Solomon 5:1.
And he's still oppressing you.
Yep.
Okay? How is he oppressing you? By not telling you your true identity. You know, that covering cast that he's put before the earth.
Right.
All right? Denying the fact that you are the true biblical sons of God, the Israelites, according to prophecy. Right. He's denying you. But guess what? The Lord has exactly searched out all his works and everything that he has done and everything that he's doing and everything that he is going to do is on record. That's what it means by he has exactly searched out all your works. And the Spirit of the Lord, all right, which comes in the conglomerate of the angels, the multitude of angels, is what gives us, all right, the ability to reveal you, to expose you. I'm gonna jump back up to 62. So I started at 63, right? This is 2 Ezra 16 and 62. Yea, and the Spirit of Almighty power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, which made all things and searcheth out all hidden things in the secrets of the earth.
Right, there you go. Because that's why it's written in Obadiah. How the secret things get sought up.
Yep.
All right, it's by what? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man, through the angels, all right, to what? Through the prophets. You gotta keep on that talking about.
That was it on that. I got another precept though.
Right, go ahead.
It's Isaiah 29 and 15. I started 14. Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people. Even a marvelous work.
Matter of fact.
And a wonder.
Matter of fact, so he just brought that out.
Going back to what the brother was speaking about earlier, that 350 years, right, from 1969 to 1970, going back to 1619, right? We stood up on our feet, all right? And that was a marvelous work, considering how far we had fell away from who we are as a people. Considering what we went through as a people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, nobody has been oppressed. No other nation has been oppressed more than these people. And you will say, well, why did this happen to them? Or what does this mean for this great atrocity to happen to this people, to happen to the so-called African American, Black, Native American, Hispanic men? You know, why when you go into history and you look at the most heinous, wicked acts of oppression, it's tied to these people? Because that's biblical prophecy. Right. Call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Now you will say, well, how you know ain't no other people been no other nation people been oppressed worse than that? Show us. Right. Where else do you hear about any other nation being oppressed like the so-called Negro man, the so-called Native American man?
Show the records.
Show the records. Show us something. Not saying that other nations didn't have slaves and slavery, but guess what? That is irrelevant in the eyes of the Most High.
That's right.
Because his judgment is what stands above all in the earth. So he set it up for us to be identified through who we were, through our oppression, and who we were oppressed by would identify who the devil is.
Hey, and there's prophecy. There's prophecy. All right, because it's written in Deuteronomy 28, if we didn't keep the laws, it was going to come to pass. All right, and we see, all right, who is the tail. We see who the head is. You see that? You got something out? Go ahead. What you done talking?
Now I had 15.
Yeah, we did 14 again.
Well, really, I wasn't even done with 14.
Yeah, we did 14 again. And, the Proverbs 1 and 20, I think it's 22, 23. The link right with it. Go ahead.
All right, back in Isaiah 29:14. For the wisdom of their wise men shall perish.
Yeah, because we said the wisdom of the wise men shall what? Shall perish.
Yeah.
Because the wisdom of this world is what? Foolish with the Most High. All right? And wickedness is what? Not wisdom. Go ahead.
It says, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid.
There you go ahead.
That's 14. So 15 says, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord.
Oh.
And their works are in the dark.
Yeah, they works out in the dark. You see that? When you go into Psalms, the 83rd chapter, this they works. All right? They get together and summon me, you know, figure how to keep us from being a nation. That's all work in the dark, man.
Yeah, because in the righteous kingdom, when you have counsel, whatever the council comes to agreement with, whatever that council comes to an agreement with concerning the government of the people, it's brought to the forefront before all the people, so all the people will know what the judgment is going forward. But see, they have secret councils where they say, well, this is what we're going to tell the people, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to tell the people this, and our agenda is going to be this. So that's a secret council. That's a what kind of judgment? That's a perverted judgment, you know? Because you're trying to cast stones and hide your hands.
That's it.
But see, when you run a government is operated in an incorruptible manner without guile and without wickedness, then you can come to the forefront and tell the people what your agenda is, because it's nothing of ill will. It's only to produce peace and life.
Right.
But you got a man running the earth whose agenda is to bring forth death, lower the population, you know, rid and deprive people of the pleasures of the earth, of the what's the word I'm looking for? Of peace, really. Yeah. His agenda is to take peace from the earth.
That's it. Yeah, that what he was set up for. When you go on to what it is, Revelation 20. It's 6, I think. It's 6 and 4. He will take peace from the earth. Yeah, that's what he was set up for, man. Take peace from the earth. You got it, right?
I'm gonna jump down. It says, the meek, this is Isaiah 29:19. The meek also shall increase their joy in the Lord, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off. And that's what this society, its leadership is watching for iniquity. All right? It's looking for a way that it could bring forth more sin, more evil deeds, and produce wickedness in the earth, man.
That's it.
Y'all got it, bro.
That's it, bro.
And it's Proverbs 1, I started 20.
Yeah.
Wisdom cried without. She uttered her voice in the street.
It said wisdom, crying without. She uttered her voice in the streets. All right, and this was commandment from Yahweh Shah, as he sent the 12 on the highways and the hedges, right? Yeah. It was to bid them to the marriage that he has made to fulfill. All right? So when you think about wisdom, and you think about going to church, what you go to church for? Right? Our people go to church to find rest, get understanding,
Peace of
to
mind.
gain, you know what I'm saying, wisdom, get a peace of mind. But here it is, then when you find a peace of mind on the highways and the hedges, man. You ain't gonna find a peace of mind in no holy houses.
Yeah, they're gonna give you a false sense of
Sense
hope.
of- yeah, a false
sense of-
narrative.
Yeah, a false sense of hope.
Yeah, you might get a good song, You feel good in the flesh, but where have your spirit come from? You know what I'm saying? What have put your spirit to rest? Nothing. Because when you leave out of there, you still thinking like, damn, why this? Why that? Why we still on the Bible? You don't get no fucking answer in the Christian church. The answer's out here, man. That's why it's known as the truth shall set you free. You know? You got to go ahead real quick.
This is Romans 10:1, brethren. My heart's desire and prayer to the Most High for Israel is that they may be saved. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge.
Right, and that's our people. They got a zeal. They love church. They love God. They got a zeal, but what? They don't have the understanding. They don't know what pleased the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So they got a zeal, but they fear was taught by what? The precepts of men. So therefore what? They have no understanding. See, they don't know the Lord's judgment. If they did, they wouldn't be doing the shit they doing. If they did, they wouldn't be saying the thing they saying. If they did, they would be walking contrary to what? The scriptures. If they knew the fear of the Lord. Alright? Go ahead,
Isaiah 55:1. Ho, everyone that thirsty, come ye to the waters. And he that had no money, come ye, buy and eat.
Right?
Yeah, come buy wine and milk without money and without price.
Right, and how do you do that? You buy with what? With your time. That's why I say, buy the truth, sell it not. Because you gotta put your time and your effort, all right, into this.
Yep. Scripture say that the wisdom of a learned man come by the opportunity of his leisure.
Yep.
You know, roughly quoting. Right. So your free time. Like I find it funny how many people complain about how hot it is, but when it's time to engage in folly and have a good time, they don't spare the heat is like it non-existent.
Yeah.
But when it's time to do anything that requires a austere, a serious mind to pay attention, all right, then Jake, he'll spare no expense for folly.
Right.
You got all the time in the world.
All the time in the world
for folly.
Yeah.
But when it comes time to obtain wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and things that equate to true substance,
Right.
you know,
They ain't got time.
they don't got time.
They ain't got time.
Don't got time.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, they ain't got time. But that equate to this time now. Because our people don't consider. They walk up and down here, think we just mannequins. You know what I'm saying? They don't consider the signs. They might look, but don't ask questions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But wait till shit hit the fan, man. Go ahead, Doc.
Verse 2. Wherefore do you spend money for that which is not bread?
Yeah, because people go in and pay their tithes, offering to these holy houses. But if they getting fed, no. You know, if they getting the true understanding, no. Go ahead.
And your labor for that which satisfied not.
Right?
Hearken diligently unto me, and eat that which is good, and let your soul delight itself in fatness.
And that's letting you know that what Yahweh shall tell Satan. Man should not live by bread alone, by what? By every word. This how you know that this book is known as the supper of Yahweh Shah. You see that?
Yeah, like Eric Lord said, if those that eat on meat should never hunger again. Those that drink on meat
But this never thirst.
should never thirst again. But it's all start with what? Your time. You know? You can say, well, treat your body as a living sacrifice unto Yahweh, which is a reasonable service.
That's right.
I'm going to read 3. I'm going to jump back to Proverbs.
You got it.
Isaiah 55:3. Incline your ear.
It said, incline your ear.
Yo, Shema, listen.
All right? That's the first thing the Lord says, Shema. All right? Listen. So you got to incline your ear, man. Go ahead.
And come unto me.
And you got to come up to the Lord, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is the First Amendment.
Yeah, Shema.
Incline our ear.
Yep.
Whenever the prophets would go out to address Israel, the congregation, that's what they would say. Hear the word, ye children of Israel.
That's right.
Hear the word. Hear. That's the first commandment.
Yes.
So therefore, you can't say, I ain't know.
I ain't know. Because Jacob be engaging in some bullshit. Have a whole lot of other stuff going on. And then when somebody making a serious message,
Right.
Bringing forth a serious message that needs to be heard, they still engaged in
Yeah,
what
they
and
tune
what
into follow.
they tune into what they doing.
Yep. Yep.
But that's why the Lord had us come out in the matter of blowing the trumpet. And the first thing we're supposed to be doing is telling the people, here, listen. Thus said the Lord. That's why a lot of the prophecies from the prophets start off with, here, thus said the Lord. Here, thus said the Lord. Hearken,
Yeah, because you gotta understand when you say hear it, it's to get your what? Undivided attention.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it is. The Lord wants your undivided attention, man.
Yep.
You got it out.
It said, incline your ear, Isaiah 55:3. Incline your ear and come unto me. Hear and your soul shall live.
And your what?
Your soul.
Your soul shall live. So how do you come up to the Lord? All right? How do you come up to the Lord, man? You have to what? You have to rehearse the righteous acts, man. All right? And Ecclesiastes 2:12 said what? Fear the Most High. Keep His commandment because that's the whole duty of man. That's how you come near to the Lord, man. Go ahead, Doc.
Yep. And it say, and I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David.
That's right. And we want that mercy. Because understanding that our righteousness is filthy rags. You see that? So we want that sure mercy of David, man. Hope to be delivered. Hope to be saved. You know what I'm saying? Hope to be kept in a time of trouble. That's why we out here.
Right, man.
You know? That's why we out here on the highways and the hedges, man. We're trying to preserve a seat. You know what I'm saying? A good seat.
Yeah. And the Lord said, let no man take that crown.
Uh-huh.
You seen the movie with Bow Wow, lottery ticket?
Yeah.
We pretty much bullshit. Almost got his seat ticket took it, man.
Yep.
Same thing with us. If we lose our crown, your seat, your crown, give it to a next person.
Yeah, your seat gone.
You know, but ultimately everything is predestinated, first and foremost. You can't make us a good living. You gotta talk about.
Yeah, this is backing up that point about the first commandment, right? This is Mark 12 and 28 and 29, 20 and 29. And one of the scribes came and having heard them reasoning together and perceiving that he had answered them well, asked him, which is the first commandment of all?
Uh-oh.
And Yahushua answered him, the first of all the commandments is here.
There you go.
O Israel, the Lord our power is one Lord.
There you go.
Which in the Hebrew is Shema, Yashavala, Yahweh, Alahayanawa, Yahweh, Achad.
That's it.
That's the first commandment.
And we see that. Jake hard of hearing.
Hey, you can't do nothing unless you hear. You can't do nothing unless you hear what to do first.
Right.
That was like when we was in school, the teachers used to play a prank, right? And give Jake a test. And just to see how well Jake pay attention,
Right, there you go.
do they read directions? The directions will say, do not do this test.
Yeah, that's step one.
Do not do
At the
this
top,
test.
like,
Any marks on this test will equate to an automatic F0.
Yeah.
Jake don't read the
Jake
directions.
don't read.
Jake goes straight to doing the test.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Then do every answer on the test, knowing I got 100.
Yeah.
Turn the paper in, got a 0.
Yeah.
Hold on.
They ain't listen.
That was me, goddamn. I'll be honest. I'm looking around there, y'all niggas done already? I'm the only one taking it because I was bullshitting in class.
Jake wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. And I got a precept to back that up too.
Okay, come.
This is Romans. Yeah, this is Romans 10. I'm gonna read 16. But they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Isaiah said, Lord, who had believed our report? So then faith coming by hearing.
Yeah, faith come by hearing.
Yeah.
It said faith come by hearing.
Yeah. Hey, like the nigga with the Mortal Kombat hairstyle came up here. Help me understand. Help me understand. Like, nigga, we can't help you, bro. The Most High have blinded your eyes, man.
Yeah.
And this was on what? The first commandment. You know, he couldn't hear it. He couldn't understand it.
Well, but we read it to him several times.
Several times.
And it plainly tells you what the first commandment is. And that shows you that you gotta have ears to hear it and eyes to see. This thing is spiritual. Because the Lord, like this brother's word of the day, was obvious. The Lord makes it obvious and plain what he wants us to do to please him. What we need to do in order to receive salvation.
Yeah. It's obvious what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But Jake trying to take the easy route.
Yeah.
But you can't take the easy route. It said what? You gotta go down this what? This straight gate. You know what I'm saying? You can't come to serve the Lord no other any type of way. You gotta go what? The straight gate. You got what it say? Enter ye what? To the straight gate. You know? And that's a path of what? Difficulty. You see, there's no other way you can serve the Lord, man. You can't come up no other way. But Jake tried, don't he? Don't Jake try? Christianity, Muslim, Buddhism. They try all types of ways. But no, there's only one way. And that's through the straight gate.
Hey, in other ways, we're a thief and a robber.
That's right.
So going back to Romans 10:17, so then faith coming by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Most High.
Yep. See, it's by hearing the word of the Most High, which has come through with the prophets.
It start with faith, though, man.
Yep. Because faith is the key. Because without faith, it's impossible to what? To please the Lord. Because you got to believe that He is.
I was just gonna say in Ephesians they tell you it's a gift of the Most High.
Exactly.
So everybody
I ain't giving that gift.
they have been given that gift, man, of faith. You know,
So
to be able to hear, have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. Everybody can't get it. Like the brother used the example of the Jake. We pretty much read the scripture to him multiple times, over and over and over. It just wasn't sinking in. He didn't have the ears to hear, man. He wasn't given that gift of faith.
That's right.
Well, the scriptures talk about they're gonna be men desiring wisdom, you know, having and unable to receive it, you know, because at the end of the day, you know, to the eyes of some people, this looks like just a noble thing to do. But if you're not a man of nobility, you know, go look that word of nobility. You're not a man of nobility. Like the Lord has to make you know that. You know, He has to make you know that. Because at the end of the day, this thing is about integrity. This thing's about integrity. The Lord wants men of integrity. Even when you go to Isaiah 29, what I was reading earlier, it says, can you jump to it real quick? Isaiah 29, and I think it's either 13 or 12.
Yeah. It said, the head title said the Most High would do a marvelous work. So,
What verse you at?
13.
What it say?
The Lord said, for as much as this people, y'all hear me?
That's it. That's it. Yep. Go ahead.
It's Isaiah 29:13. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me.
Right, so the Lord don't care about what your lips say.
Yeah.
You know?
Your lips are.
Yeah, He's not into that. You know, you honor, yeah, you say that you love the Lord. And like brothers has been establishing to the congregation as of late, I've been hearing brothers say, hey, that shit about unconditional love, it's not reality. Love comes with conditions.
Right, bro.
Yeah.
Keeping
You
the
know?
commandments.
I even heard an interview, made me think about the interview with John Wick, was Keanu Reeves, right? They was interviewing him for the movie John Wick, and they had got on, you know, that idiom that people use saying, "Well, I'm a lover, not a fighter." Well, he said, "Well, he said, well, you can't be a lover and not a fighter, because if you love something, you're gonna fight for it." You see, so the conditions of you loving the Lord comes with a fight. The fight is that you have to hold the integrity of keeping his righteousness in the midst of a world of wickedness. In the midst of a world where the odds are greater, the odds of wickedness are greater against the righteousness. And that's what the Lord has set up. A few righteous remnant of men to fight against the innumerable amount of wicked.
Yeah, that's why I say fight a good fight of what?
Of faith.
You gotta fight.
Who will rise up for me against the evildoers, against the workers of iniquity?
And then go to what? You gotta fight.
So that's action that you have to take place to prove your love for the Lord.
Hey, love's an action word.
Love is an action
Look it
word.
up. And
You're not gonna fight. You're not gonna fight to keep your woman.
Unconditional love is really not a reality.
You know what I mean?
Love comes with conditions.
Think about it. Huh? If you're not gonna fight to keep your woman,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna fight to keep your girl. You're not gonna fight to keep your job. So everything is with a what? With a fight, man.
Yup.
And that's what we're doing spiritually, man. Because what? This is a spiritual war.
Hey, if love didn't come with conditions, why, when men and women get married, they have vows, right? Even in that shows you the hypocrisy of this society. Before they get married, they make vows to one another, to have and to hold, for richer or for poor, to death do us part, in sickness and in health. So you took a vow that you were gonna love someone in sickness and health. Now, when that person got sick, you weren't there to provide for them. So now they feeling like, oh, I thought you loved me. You didn't fight. Now when I got sick, you act like you didn't give me no water. You know,
I'm in a wheelchair.
I'm in a wheelchair. You didn't help me.
Yeah.
That's not what the Lord is dealing with.
Hey,
Got it,
can I get this with
Keep going, yeah, keep going. I don't think we finished what we was
No,
at.
I ain't finished. I had to one back up real quick.
Huh.
This 1 Samuel 2:1, and Hannah prayed and said, my heart rejoices in the Lord, my horn is exalted in the Lord, my mouth is enlarged over my enemies because I rejoice in thy salvation. Jump into verse 3. So this is a prayer from Hannah. It said, talk no more exceedingly proudly, let not arrogancy come out of your mouth, for the Lord is a power of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed.
See, the Lord is judging your actions. Damn what you talking about you gonna do,
Right.
or what you say you believe, or what you say you are. Yeah, you can say you're an Israelite all day, and it might just be true. But what the Lord is weighing is your actions. Oh, you're my son? Well, if you're my son, I expect a certain standard. I expect a certain set of morals to be shown. Right? Okay, brother. Thank you. The Lord has a certain criteria that must be met. It proves that you are his.
Do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
And then the fight just don't come physically. It's mentally, spiritually. This is how you fight. You battle within your mind. Because we got the spiritual demon Satan always trying to plague our mind.
Yep.
So you gotta fight that demon.
And when you don't fight it spiritually, you'll lose the physical. You're gonna lose the physical advantage. Because the physical advantage begins in the spirit of your mind.
That's it.
Being able to discern the spirits that's going on.
That's it.
Because you got to make a decision every day, filtered through the spirit. If not, you're going to make decisions and take actions that displease the Lord.
That's it. Yeah.
Because of the pressure of the outside world, the wicked world, telling you to do something that's acceptable in the eyes of men. Go back to the precept.
Yep. Isaiah 29:13. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me.
Right. So when it was time to stand up and take the action that the Lord was pleased with, you did the opposite.
Did the opposite.
You did the opposite.
You ran away.
Why? Because you were not spiritually prepared. You were not spiritually in tune.
Hey, there's a thief. He said, put on a whole armor.
Yeah.
Of the Most High. See, it's a battle. You know what I'm saying? So this a fight.
Yeah, you have suited and booted. You ain't got your helmet. You know, you ain't got your shield. You bullshit. Yeah, you just throw the boot. Oh shit, I gotta go.
Where your shield at?
Hey, nigga, you ain't prepared.
You know?
Now Satan got means of penetrating.
Right.
Yeah.
Same move, dude.
Now he see the opening and he penetrating.
Penetrate. Tear your ass
You
up.
exposed.
Yeah. That's right, bro.
And guess what? When you exposed and he attacks, blood, your blood is being
called
shot
out.
out. See? Go ahead, bro.
It say, but have removed their heart far from me.
Yeah, they remove their minds far from the Lord. Because when you think about Christianity today, dealing with these churches, they mind is way far from the Lord. They still eat pork.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They still commit adultery.
Yep.
They still serve other gods. Their mind is far from the Lord.
Yeah.
You see, they still think they can get away with murder. They commit all these acts, and then on Sunday, they can be forgiven.
Right.
See, their mind is far from the Lord, meaning what? They don't know the judgment of the Lord. Go ahead, Doc.
Go ahead.
And they say, and they fear towards me.
And the fear. That's why the Lord has sent the prophets out here. That's why it's known as through the terror of the Lord. Terror, all right, of the Lord, we persuade men.
And that's what people don't want. They don't want to hear the terror of the Lord. They don't want. They only want 180 of the Lord.
Yeah,
They don't want the whole three. They don't want the whole 360. They only want half of the judgment of the Lord.
Yeah.
They only want the good.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear about the Lord that bringeth forth judgment with fire, with a sword,
Yeah.
and how the Lord hates sinners.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear that. All they want to hear is, oh, that law is done away with. Eat all the pork you want.
Right.
Because the Lord doesn't care about that. He died for our sins.
God is our love.
He already conquered that.
Yeah.
We don't have to live by that anymore.
Right.
John 3:16.
But
right?
that's comfort to the flesh. That's not comfort to the spirit. All right? That's comfort to the flesh. You know, thinking that here it is, the law is done away with, so I can do whatever I want to do.
The Lord
and
died.
The Lord forgive me.
The Lord died so I could
Do what I want to do.
rebel and go against all the laws that he had written for me to be a representation of his righteousness. Now, well, the Lord died now, so I don't have to worry about being righteous.
Right.
He's the one righteous. I can do whatever I want to do. I'm already forgiven.
I'm already saved.
I'm already saved.
Come on, man. Damn fool.
And that's what this world agrees with.
Yeah, because they can, I was just saying, because they can read, being gay is in the Bible. Well, okay, what's the judgment for it?
Right.
Then stop right there about it. But the judgment of being a Moe, being a Decepticon, you know, it's what? Fire, destruction.
Yeah.
They don't read that part of the judgment. Like the brother would say, they only want 1% of the Lord, 1/8 of the Lord.
Yeah.
Not the full judgment.
Basically, Isaiah, y'all real quick. This basically, let's get this real quick and go back to that. Because this basically the mindset of the Christians. Go ahead, Doc.
This is Isaiah 30 and 9. It says that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear
That
the
will
law,
not what?
that will not hear,
Children that will not what?
children that will not hear,
Keep the first commandment.
Yeah.
you automatically fail when you don't do that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says, children that will not hear the law of the Lord, Yahweh Shema
Yeah, because when you go into Hebrew, I think that Hebrews 7, it said the law have dominion over man as long as he liveth. All right, the Lord didn't destroy the law.
He said he came out to destroy the law.
He fulfilled it.
Say, not one jot nor tittle,
Yeah.
and no wise shall depart from the law until all be
All
fulfilled.
things be fulfilled. You see that? So here it is. Read it again out.
Isaiah 30 and verse 9, it says that this is a rebellious people.
Our people rebellious.
Look up the word rebel, see what it means.
Yeah?
Yeah, look it up.
Go ahead.
It says lying children,
Lying. Go ahead.
children that will not hear the law of the Lord,
They will not hear
Yahweh
the law of the
Shema
Lord.
Shah.
Because going right back into Judges 5 and 11. What's going to rehearsing the righteous act? Keeping the law to the what? To the best of our ability. But do our people want to hear that? They can't eat pork no more. They can't eat strip, lobster. You know what I'm saying? They can commit foul acts. They don't want to hear that. You know? They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear the law of the Lord. Why? Because through deceit, all right, they refuse to what? Turn back to the power of Yahweh Shema.
And the deception is what? The law's done away with it.
That's it. That's why Jeremiah 9 and 6 hit hard, man.
Or they'll play the game, well, the law doesn't save us. We know that.
Yeah.
But the law will not keeping the law will destroy you.
Uh-huh.
No, the law don't save us, but not keeping the law will get you destroyed.
Get you destroyed.
How about that?
Because rehearsing brings favor in the sight of the Lord, man. This favor is being shown when you start to rehearse the righteous acts, man. All right? Because we all know, like you said, we all know that the law ain't going to save us, but it put us in a better position. You see that? Go ahead, Doc.
Look for the online etymology dictionary on the word rebel. I'm gonna get the noun definition. One who refuses obedience to a superior or controlling power or principle.
Read that again. I said one what?
Who refuses what?
Refuses. And our people refuse, man. They don't want to hear the law of the Lord. You know what I'm talking about? They refuse to know Yahweh Shema Shah. They refuse to know the judgment of the Lord. Because they ain't got time right now. You know what I'm saying? Jay like, shit, nigga, I'm gonna wait till I graduate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait till I get the new job. I'm wait till I get the promotion. No. Go ahead, Doc.
It said one who refuses obedience to a superior or controlling power or
And that's
principle.
what happened to our people. They were disobedience, man. That's why we're in the predicament we're in now. Why? Because we were disobedient. Go ahead.
One who resists an established government.
Resist.
Yep. Person who renounces and makes war on his country for political motives.
Yeah, because resistance goes back to putting up a fight.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It said mid-14th century originally in reference to rebellion against the Most High.
Yeah. Yeah. So you resisting the Most High.
Yeah.
Because the scriptures say you always do resist
The Holy Spirit.
the Holy Spirit. Because that's what we're getting into. See, you will know what's right in your spirit and still do what's wrong because the precepts of men, all right, the commandments of men have taught you that that's okay to do now. You don't have to listen to what the Lord say do anymore concerning keeping his laws. So what they're doing is setting themselves up to be God. And they create their own righteousness. We say they go on to establish their own righteousness. And their love, because fear and love are one and the same. So it says their fear towards the Most High. Another way it said their love towards the Most High is taught by the precepts of men.
Right. Follow your heart.
Follow your heart, right? The scriptures say, because judgment against an evil work is not executed speedily, all right, the hearts of man are fully set to do evil. So now we're in this time where the Lord has ultimately done away with the expedient penalty of the law. That's what he did away with. He did away with the expedient penalty of the law. So when you do things that would normally get you put to death, or a finger chopped off, or it was always some type of sacrifice, a judgment that had to be made for a particular sin, and those things had to be done expediently.
Right.
Expeditiously.
Expeditiously, right there.
We're not in a time where the Lord's judgment is being done expeditiously, so you think it's okay to eat pork. You think it's okay to commit adultery. You think it's okay to shave your beard. You think it's okay to do all these things that the Lord said don't do, or this will be the consequences, because you see, oh, well, the consequence didn't happen.
Right.
So it must be okay for me to do it.
But that's the mindset of Esau. And now people have adopted the same mindset.
And the reason Esau mindset like that is because he's the king of iniquity. He's the son of perdition. And the Lord said he's reserved the judgment of the wicked to the day of wrath. Right. So you see Esau Edom, he's prospered in his way of life, which is ultimately a culture of death.
Yeah.
The so-called white man has prospered in his ways of wickedness. So our people, they look at what he's saying and take it for gold. You see? Yeah. Even the very music you hear in the background right now, guess who created that? The so-called white man created that. The so-called white man created that. And these demon-infested people walk around and don't even know they got demons on them. When you watch that clone Tyrone, the motherfucker white man putting it in your face what he doing to you. The music is mind control. And they playing the music, telling you to kill each other. You know? Yeah. Esau nodding his head to that shit like, yeah, niggas kill yourself. Right. Yeah, niggas sell that dope. Yeah, nigga, get him.
That's a
yeah, nigga, fuck that bitch. Yeah, nigga, sell that dope. Yeah, nigga, yeah, do it for me, nigga.
That's a wicked vibration. That's a wicked vibration that's upon our people. Remember, when you go back into the late 80s, when they had groups and shit, it was called records. Now, it switched to what? Entertainment. First it was records. You had No Limit Records. You know what I'm saying? Now it's all about what? Entertainment. When you break down entertainment, what is interviewed into what entertain your mind. So we see the vibration of Babylon the Great. It's all what built around wickedness, man. So in the rap song, you got adultery. You know what I'm saying?
Sorcery.
Witchcraft, sorcery. Yep. Even in the music, the singing, the same thing.
Being a simp,
you know?
a woman back.
Because it's that vibration.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That feminine key sweat.
Yeah.
Can't live without you, baby.
Right. And they put Jake in the mindset, and he know Keisha just cheated 2, 3, 4 times on him.
Right. But I love him, man.
But I love him. So he go right back into him, and get dogged out again. Yeah. All because of the music.
Yeah.
What we were saying about the unconditional love. See, that's how Esau got you simping. It don't matter what she do.
No matter what.
No matter what she do. Well, here it is, when we play the heart of being the most high woman, spiritually, what the Lord do?
He kicked our ass.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So you,
all right.
He kicked our ass out of our land.
Yeah.
And put our ass in
captivity. That's what you
captivity.
do to a bitch when you catch a cheat. Bitch, get your shit, get out my fucking house, hit the road.
Well, it said don't let the doorknob hit you with a split you.
Split you.
Let that nigga take care of you.
Yeah, and that's basically what the Lord said. Yeah. And when you go to what they did, Judges 10, when he go that way, they're gonna be the mindset. He said, go cry to them God and see what they saved you, delivered you, man. That's the same thing. You know, because what? We played the harlot. The real man don't want no woman that's fucking around with other men.
Right.
And the men that's real men ain't gonna mess with another man's woman because he's like, well, she'll mess off on him, she'll mess off on me.
Yeah.
You know?
It's nasty anyway.
That's nasty, man.
Right.
That's filthiness.
You know, just like when people are upset about something like a Edomite going inside the store, opening up the ice cream and licking and putting it back.
Putting it back. What
That's
you
the
want
same
that for?
thing you doing with a woman.
With a woman.
Decide to commit
Licking the
adultery.
ice cream and putting it back.
You know? Here it is. His woman got mouths on her. You don't know what the hell she got on. You know, you got a new car. You got dual miles on it.
He tell you it's brand new.
Brand
Look
new.
at that. Hey, whoa. Come on, got 50,000 on it, my boy.
Yeah, you don't want a used car. You want a new car, man.
A new car.
And it always shows. We ever notice, like, whenever a woman deals with another man, she goes off and cheats on her husband, it shows in her actions.
Right.
Because that man that she started sleeping with, now he done put a spirit on her that's against the spirit that you have.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So in that adulterous spirit, there is a certain action that manifests within that. She now, the things that she was doing to please you, she's just interested in doing that now. Like, damn, baby, you ain't fixed my lunch today.
Fix your own lunch, nigga.
Nigga, fix it up. Yeah, what's for dinner? I ain't cooking shit. Cook your own.
Cook your own
You know,
food.
you damn, baby, you ain't gonna clean the house. You ain't gonna cook your house. She started doing different shit.
Yeah. That other man's spirit on
Because that other man's spirit on her now.
Yeah, all the sperm build up. That's why when they can't decide who they want.
Right.
And then when they get with the next nigga, they trying to mold that nigga to their last nigga.
To their last,
And they don't never work out, but he ain't like the last nigga. You know, and that's why they bug out crazy. You know, they call it what, bipolar. And I'm not giving out medical advice. We got to say that. You know, something that calm. But let's get back in the scripture. Isaiah, what you got?
Go ahead, we good. Go ahead.
Yep. This is Isaiah 30, and in verse 10 it says, "Will say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets," it says, prophesy not unto us right things.
Right, and they don't want to hear this. They don't want to hear about Jacob trouble. You know, they don't want to hear about America going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles.
Right.
They killed Jake Pride. They killed all Jake interests of trying to make it into society.
Right.
Telling them that, hey, you know America gonna be destroyed. But that's a righteous thing. But that's right. So ultimately what they don't want to hear is righteous judgment. There you go. They don't want to hear righteousness. There you go. Because they have become accustomed to wickedness and it's comfortable, and they don't know that they're, like I say, they don't know that they're miserable. Yep. There's a scripture that talks about they know not that they're wretched and miserable.
Revelation.
You know? So it's like, you become so low level, and the things that you have now adopted, the way that you have now adopted, these low level lifestyles that you have now adopted, you treasure it to the point to where men come out in the name of the Lord to try to bring you back on a higher level. You can't understand it because you now have been so engulfed in this wickedness for so long. You can't be cleansed. You can't be cleansed. It can't be turned back. You know?
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
It says
This is out there.
1 and 3.
Uh-huh. You got that.
It says, prophesy not unto us right things.
Yeah, they don't want to hear the right things, man. You see? They don't want to hear correction. Go ahead.
Speak into smooth things,
And here it is.
prophesy deceit.
And what's the smooth things of deceit? The Lord love everybody.
Yeah.
The law is done away with. See, our people love to hear that. All right, they already saved, blessed and highly favored. This is what our people want to hear. All right, everybody can make it.
Yeah.
We all one. We all equal. This is what people want to hear. All right, but guess what? Them lies and deceit. Because guess what? That's not true.
Right. It's never happened, man. Just saying that, that's how Esau gets over year after year after year in his politics. Because he sell you those lies, that smooth talk, those lies, those deceit, man.
Everything you want to hear.
Everything you want to hear. And every, what is it, 4 years they do it? Yeah. You dumb niggas go right and vote and believe the same shit, man. It's like, man, come on, bro. How long?
Never ending cycle.
A never ending cycle. How long you gonna let Esau dangle the
okey-doke?
Yeah.
Hey,
the hot dog in front of you.
But that's Proverbs.
Pull it back.
That's Proverbs 1 and 20 and 21. How long will you sip on one when you what? When you love simplicity?
Yep.
See? Go ahead, Anna.
Hey, this back in Isaiah 29 and 13. It say, wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth, and with their lips do honor me.
Yeah.
But
Go ahead.
have removed their heart far from me.
They remove their mind far from the Lord, man. All right, go ahead.
And their fear towards me taught by the precept of man.
And their fear was taught by the precepts of men, going back to Christianity. Yeah. All right, that's why it's known as plantation Christianity. All right. Go ahead, Doc. So we were once that way. We were living in that. If we would get guilted in wickedness, thinking that we was all right.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Jake so much into the wickedness, they look at us like we crazy.
Right.
They looking at the white man, huh? Oh, you know porn, huh? You a Muslim? They looking at you like you crazy.
Yeah.
Lamb
You
meat?
can't eat no lamb.
Where you from?
Right.
Man, hey, we just gotta get out of here, man.
Yeah.
This place has to be destroyed because they consumed in this, man.
Yeah.
Like the brother was saying earlier about when something is just drenched and full of corruption and wickedness, you can't do nothing with it.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with that?
Can't do
man?
nothing but destroy it.
Yeah, it gotta be destroyed, man. It gotta be just completely wiped out.
Yep. Jeremiah 9 and 6.
Say, why shall thou be stricken
Anymore.
Uh-huh.
It's the whole head is sick. So it's beyond cleaning. It's beyond washing the filthiness that has calcified their mind.
Hey, that's why the scripture say, let him be wicked.
Yeah.
Let him be wicked.
Yeah, because in order for you to even begin to hear and understand this, you gotta start. This word has to go through some type of purification in your spirit. Your spirit has to go through being purified with this word, man. Give me Ephesians 5 and 26. Hold it. Well, give what you got. Give me load that up. Ephesians 5 and 26. What you got?
I got Habakkuk real quick.
Okay, go ahead, bro. Whatever order. Go ahead.
This Habakkuk 1 and 4 in the NOT. The law has become paralyzed, and there is no justice in the courts.
The law has become paralyzed, man.
And it,
Go ahead.
Habakkuk 1 and 4 in the NOT. The law has become paralyzed, and there is no justice in the court.
Yep.
The wicked far outnumber the righteous, so that justice has become perverted.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Judgment is perverted, man.
To
the point. To the point now where these people just like Esau.
Yep.
And that's what the scripture saying, Hebrews the 12th chapter. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person with Esau. So you got a lot of Jakes that fall in that lot. And then a lot of the righteous, right? Which made me think about the scripture they talk about righteous lot, right? And a lot of the righteous is vexed with the ways of these wicked people. You know? And they be so proud when you speak of righteousness, when you speak of the righteous judgment of the Lord. So you think you think you know.
Yeah.
You know, they try to
Never seen.
you know.
Yeah.
You holier than thou. It ain't about that. We understand our righteousness is as filthy rags.
Right, bro.
But the way that we get cleansed is by going out here and proclaiming the righteousness of the Lord to you.
That's it. That's it.
See, we the men that the Lord set up as watchmen, telling you, hey man, stop rebelling. Come back this way. Go this way. You know, we got this good water over here. You know, you come back this way. You know, clean yourself up, and it feels better going this way than it does that way.
That's right.
But you've been going that way for so long, and it feels good at this point, going that way.
I think it's right.
That's Jake though. That's Jake for you.
Yep.
Jake don't want to get right. That's why Jake said, man, I'm gonna call it my environment. Right. Nigga, you know you can get a job, but he'll rather settle to what just say a dope and get by.
Yeah. Because that's the easy route.
That's the easy route.
That's the easy route.
Going back to what? He don't want to fight.
You don't want to fight.
You know what I'm saying? But you gotta fight, man.
Nope. Go ahead, Doc.
This Ephesians.
No, I
I had called Jeremiah
Jeremiah.
96.
Okay.
And then you want Hosea.
Go ahead. I lost
This
my
is
thought. Go
this is
ahead.
Jeremiah. Jeremiah 9 and verse 6. It says, "Thy habitation is in the midst of deceit."
Right. And that habitation going to dwelling place. Where it said thy habitation is in the midst of deceit. And this, in the midst of deceit is where Babylon is great, America, man. Because this country was built by what? Lies.
Yep.
All right? Deception. Deceit. All right? When you go into Revelation 20 chapter, all right, as it's spoken to Satan coming back, it said, what he was going to do? Get that real quick, Revelation 20. They're going to tell you what he was created to do when he came back in power. Yeah, you can. But remember, thy habitation is in the midst of deceit, right?
Right.
Thy dwelling place. And what we dwell at in Babylon, right? So this is a pit of deception. Go ahead, Doc.
It's Revelations 20 and 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit.
Right, which is Howard Shah, man. He got the keys to hell and death. Yeah. Go ahead.
And a great chain in his hand.
Right?
And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is called the devil, and Satan, and bind him 1,000 years.
Oh, see, that's the characteristic of a person.
Yeah.
You see? And it's speaking about who we saw eating with so-called white people.
Yeah.
Because when you go into devil means deceiver, false accuser.
Right.
Satan means adversary. All right? Lucifer means light barrier. It's not talking about just one. You know what I'm saying? No.
Yeah, like they looking for the
Antichrist.
Antichrist. When it's a whole nation of who really is against the Lord's anointing, the Lord's chosen, is Esau Edom.
Beautiful.
He's the true Antichrist.
That's right.
But as the scriptures say, there are many Antichrists.
So you have to what? You have to get the meaning of these words. All right? And it just said that that dragon, the old serpent, where does the serpent go back to? The garden. You see that? Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah. And cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more.
You see his job? You see why he was created? To deceive the nations. But go keep going, Doc.
That he should deceive the nations no more.
Go ahead.
Till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled.
Uh-oh, and that 1,000 years was fulfilled.
But it's gonna happen again.
There you go. You see?
He
It
on-
was fulfilled.
He on top again.
If it say it again, if it bring it back, go ahead.
And after that, he must be loose a little season.
Uh-oh. And after that, he
must-
shall be loose for a little season, and that's the time we in now. We're in that little season that he is loose. But what was his job to do, though? The hand of the wicked. So we understand who's ruling, all right? And we understand his job, his M.O., and to what? To deceive. And that's how you know he the devil.
Right.
Go ahead, I was there.
I'm going to start back over. Jeremiah 9 and 6 says, "Thy habitation is in the midst of deceit.
Go ahead.
Through deceit,
And through deceit,
they refuse to know me."
they refuse to know the Lord. They refuse to turn back. That's why Jake's so comfortable in the hood. Because, like Pastor Mark said, that's they whole life. That's all they know. But it takes the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah, man, to call you out of that darkness.
Right.
All right, and bring you to his marvelous light. In which way? Giving you the understanding. Because we all once was in that dark.
Yeah.
You see? We were all once in the world. But it was the Spirit of the Lord going right back to how we started out with earlier, Revelation 11. All right, after the 3 days and a half, the Spirit of life shall enter to them, and they shall stand upon their feet. You got it out.
That was it.
That's it on it?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Anna.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
y'all talking about?
This is, you call it Ephesians 5 and 26, right?
That's what I call it.
This is Ephesians 5 and 26, that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word.
Start up a verse. Start it into the context a little bit.
Okay, Ephesians 5 and 22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Yahushua is the head of the church.
Even as Yahweh Shai is the head of the church. So just as the Lord, who the word we know as Jesus Christ, is the head of the men, the church is the men, the tabernacle of the Lord is the men. We are supposed to submit ourselves to the Lord, and the wives are supposed to submit themselves to the men. That's the order. And this world is in exact opposition to that, and these women are comfortable being whores instead of noble women, instead of women of integrity.
That's right.
Being whores is more acceptable than being a wife, right? Because to be honest, these women don't wanna be in order.
Yeah. Moved over.
Yeah, hey, you heard about the new bitch, the single, I don't know her name, Lotto, the new rappers, female rapper. They say you want a traditional woman, you gotta be a traditional man. Like, what the fuck do they even mean? You know, it doesn't make sense. But they hate the order of righteousness. That's why they go right into what the serpent. You know, but once Daddy Esau be taken out of party, out of power.
Yeah.
He gonna lose his power as well, man.
And that's why you see them dressed the way that it manifests in the flesh.
Yeah.
That's why you see them naked.
Yeah.
Well, in the spirit, a man that doesn't submit to the Lord and be obedient to the will of the Lord, he's naked. You know?
Yeah. Right,
Go ahead.
So back in Ephesians 5, when we did again, 23. For the husband is the head of the wife.
Which a head is synonymous with a hedge of protection. Someone that walks ahead of you and makes sure the path is clear from danger. That's what the man's role is, right? But when a woman decides that she wants to take that part, right? That's not the order that the Lord set up. And whenever a society is ran without that order, what you have is chaos and confusion. That's it. Prime example, America, right? Which symbolically in the scriptures, America is known as the great whore. Go ahead, bro.
It said for the head, Sluggy, Ephesians 5:22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husband is unto the Lord.
Yep.
For the husband is the head of the wife,
Yep.
even as Yahushua is the head of the church,
Go ahead.
and he is the savior of the body.
Yep.
Therefore, as the church is subject unto Yahushua, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. Then it say, husbands, love your wives, even as Yahushua also loved the church, and gave himself to it, that he may sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word.
Right. That he might sanctify and cleanse the church by water, right? Which the water is the word. So it's a level that certain individuals in this world are going to get to, and the majority of the individuals in this world are going to get to a point to where they cannot be cleansed by this word. All right? Like I say, the law has become paralyzed to them. children that will not hear the words of the Most High. And see, as judges, we are to discern whether or not you are able to even receive it through the initial engagement. You know, it's not a thing that we standing out here as if we on some sort of level like we're smarter than everybody.
Right.
This is a humbling process. We are being humbled in the midst of trying to find the Lord's elect, because it's not our power that finds the Lord's elect. It's the power of the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit gives us the ability when we deal with you to know, well, hey, you are incapable, whether it's at this moment or it's just for you're incapable, all right?
Yeah.
You are incapable of running this shit.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's right, bro.
So it is like who made that video I just seen, which we do it all the time. Oh, Yashima. If a nigga can't get it, we moving on. Right?
Right.
Because the scripture talk about, give me John the 3rd chapter. Right? Give me John the 3rd chapter. Start at 3 and 3.
Okay. John 3 and 3.
Yeah, start at John 3 and 3.
This is John 3 and verse 3. It says, Yahushua answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of the Most High.
Right, so this is the kingdom. The Lord said, so he said the kingdom of heaven is within you. So unless a man be born again, you saw the Matrix?
Yeah. Yeah. Start over.
That's a perfect example of being born again. Even though they showed you him being physically born again, but when he had to be born again, he wasn't born as a newborn baby. He was fully grown. But his mind had been captivated by Babylon for so long, by the Matrix. And he was thinking that the world that he was living in was the reality. Rebel mind.
Oh,
Rebel
yeah.
mind. Right? And until the spirit calls you out of that rebellious mind, of this way that we're living, until the spirit calls you out of that, you're going to be stuck in that matrix. You're going to be stuck in that darkness. Go ahead, bro.
I'll be back.
Go ahead, bro.
It says, verse 4, Nicodemus said unto him, How can a man be born when he is old?
How can a man be born when he is old? Go ahead.
It says, Can he enter the second time into his mother's womb?
Can he enter a second time into his mother's womb? So Nicodemus trying to figure it out. How is he thinking on the physical, on the level of carnal? Right? Go ahead.
And be born? Yahushua answered, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water.
Of water, see? Going back to Ephesians 5. Unless a man be born of water, which is what? The word. Okay? And listen, when you go to the movie The Matrix, when they pull him out of that incubator, the first thing they do when they pull him out of there is drop him in the water. They had to cleanse all that filth off of him. That's symbolic of being born again, man. The word has to cleanse all that filth and pollution off your mind that Esau Edom has indoctrinated you with. All he did was drew out that. See, that's the reason why you get free education is so he can draw out that wicked seed that he planted, going all the way back to the garden. So he can, because the word education means to draw out. All he wants to draw out of you is wickedness. He already planted the seed.
You're watering what? With the TV, radio, music, feminist movement, his devices.
Yep. Go ahead.
It says, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
Give me Isaiah 28. Keep going.
It says, that which is born of flesh is flesh,
That which is born of flesh is flesh. Go ahead.
and that which is born of the spirit is spirit.
So you have to be born again in the spirit. You have to, your spirit has to be changed. Right? And your spirit is connected directly to the mind. Okay? Yeah, 1744.
Yep.
You see?
Completion.
The spirit is connected directly to your mind, man. That's why it always talks about the heart. And the Christians take it out of context, thinking it's talking about the muscle in your chest that pumps blood through your body. But no, your mind is where you ultimately take in spirits. That's why I was saying that music, everything, like the brother said, the media, the music, it's a spirit that he's pushing, because the words, every word that is spoken is tied to a spirit. Remember, the Lord made all existence through speaking it. He spoke everything into existence, beginning with Yahweh Shah. So everything that you see before you began with a word.
That's it.
The words form first. Where though? Words really form in the spirit first. Before words are ever spoken, where are they formed at? In the mind.
Right.
Yeah. And that's why when you read that book, James, the first chapter, that would say, let no man say, I'm a tempter of the Most High. Because every man is tempted in the mind by what they love.
Yup.
And when it had conceived, when it brings forth sin.
Yup.
So your mind, that's why you gotta be born again, which is what you're going into.
Yup.
Do the washing of the word.
Yep. You got to enter, these words have to enter into your mind, and then you get a new way of thinking. You get a new understanding. So that's all, and that's how you really start physically becoming a new creature. Stop doing the things that you was doing when you was in the world that displeased the Most High, which doing things that displease the Most High lead to death.
Just like when you go into about the washing of the word, right? Psalms 119,
Right.
And 9.
Right.
It said, how can a young man cleanse the way? It said, by what? Taking heed. See that? Taking heed to the word. That's how you cleanse your way, you know?
Hearing the word.
Yep.
Yep. Go ahead.
It's Isaiah 28 and 9.
Oh, is it more on? It's more on that John too.
Right.
But go ahead. It's interchangeable. So go ahead.
It said, Isaiah 28 and 9, whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
Little ones. Little ones. So you have to come back to the level of the mind of a little one who knows nothing. So you've been walking in this world for however many years you've been living according to your own way. Now, when the Lord truly gives you the spirit to understand his righteousness, you have to be in the mindset of a little one who has to learn how to walk again. Now you got to learn how to move to the spirit of the Lord.
How to see?
How to see.
Like nature.
Yeah, you got to learn. Yeah. You say, why my eyes hurt? You ain't never used them before.
Right.
Here it is, a grown man. You know? That's why the scriptures cause it talk about he that have an ear, let him hear. You know? Eyes to see. You gotta have eyes to see and ears to hear. Right? Go ahead.
Keep going to Isaiah? Or you want to jump back to
Yeah,
the
keep
line?
going.
Okay. Just stop.
Or you just read it
said-
again. I didn't even finish that John too. He didn't finish that John. He go to verse 8. Go ahead.
It said, for precept must be upon precept,
Yep.
precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little.
Right. And just like a baby learns as they go, you know, that's why you will have a classroom full of preschoolers or toddlers, and they all be on different levels. Because depending upon their background and how they were raised and how they was brought up, they'll be on higher levels than other kids. You know, some of them, you know, you don't gotta tell them to do good, to be quiet, don't do this, don't do that. You know, it's already in them because they've been trained up. That's what the scriptures say: train up a child in the way he should go, he should never depart. Because when you ultimately send your kids off to school, you sent them with a certain level of training from whatever said age that is that you start them in that school. Whether there's 3, whether there's 4, whether there's 5, you know. But however they've been trained at home will reflect in wherever they go in whatever organization or school.
That's why it's called home training.
Home training. Yeah. You know? Go ahead, bro. See, so now we are being trained. We are being brought back to our home, Jerusalem.
We're being home trained.
We're being home trained. We're being trained according to where we actually come from. See, Esau, when he gets a hold of you, he's training you from where he comes from. His home is wickedness. Where it say we should call him wherever he goes. He's the border of wickedness. So when you are enrolled in his curriculums, his school system, what is he drawing out? He's drawing out wickedness. And please make your ass pledge allegiance to the wicked fucking flag of America. America only stands for everything America embodies. Everything America was built on was total utter wickedness. Even the very people that America come from, which really was Britain, the colonizers that came from Britain, they betrayed the motherfuckers that they was under.
Hey, I would say that mother should be ashamed of this.
Yeah, now mother shall be ashamed of these.
Yeah.
You know, because really, rich people that know the history, they really don't fuck with Americans like that. They really look like Americans low level.
Yeah.
You know, even the way that the English that these Americans over here speak, they call it peasant speech.
Yeah.
You know, it's over there it's called the King's English.
Yeah.
But then you got these Sambo ass niggas that talk about, we definitely need to be having more white babies. You know, Elder Tazawam and Jackson just did a video on it last night. This Sambo ass nigga talking about, I'm afraid, I tremble at the fact that the white babies are not being born, that white people are not producing. He trembled at that because he said the so-called white people are the innovators and the creators, and everybody else just destroys. I said, you see how much this nigga know? Yeah. If he ain't the most dumbest nigga I ever seen, he clearly don't got the facts straight.
Right.
But see, they present themselves as so innocent, but when you check their track record, nobody's doing more destruction than the so-called white man in the planet Earth.
Ever.
But because he has reached the height of the heavens, and he's at the top of the food chain, and he now everything that's being done on the earth that's good, you look at it like he done that. Or every invention, you know, Esau is fucking dumb.
Low.
Any invention that ever was done, the so-called black Native American Hispanic man made it, set it up, and he took the credit, and ran with it. Put his name on it. You know?
Murdered the nigga, I put him to death.
Oh, hold on.
And just took it.
And then like Tazawam said, shit, it ain't our fault they ain't producing.
They fucking Decepticons.
Who set up the Plan B?
Right.
Who set up abortion clinics? You know?
And that's something they hide too. They hide that. There's more whites having abortions than Jake.
Yeah.
But they hide that. And more whites on food stamps Section 8
Yep.
and getting government assistance than so-called black people. But they hide that.
I don't know about the abortion part.
No. They hide that. That's the only reason why they started to fight against the abortion. Because it started to become more Edomites.
Yeah, it's them.
You know what I'm saying? They started to become more Edomites having abortions, bro. Killing their kids, man.
Oh, that's just hiding all the numbers.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, that's just like the welfare numbers in the Social Security, the government assistance. They put it out there as if Jake is the ones, but in actuality, it's more Jake's working and holding this society. The working class people is predominantly blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics.
Yeah.
That's who working. Really. Why these so-called white people,
They lazy, bro.
they ain't doing a damn, they getting the government assistance.
Yeah.
They lazy.
Yeah.
But the narrative is being controlled by who controls the media.
Esau.
So he gonna put it out there, these so-called white people lazy as fuck, man. They don't want to do no physical work. Then I'll be like, look at the nerve of these motherfuckers. I be out in the hot sun all day slinging cases and motherfucker we talking about I took an extended break. Motherfucker, you in the office. A motherfucker in the office telling you you took an extended break.
Right. I told that I told that man the other day, I was telling my supervisor, why not you go into the break room for 10 to 15 minutes?
Yeah.
My supervisor told me, said, shit, get your ass out there and well.
You in a hot ass warehouse with a goddamn torch.
Right.
You in heat, blowing heat. You in heat, blowing heat, and he want to know why he got his lazy ass sitting up under the air conditioner.
Yeah, man.
They be the main ones complaining about how hot it be. It ain't even hot this year. This one of the coolest summers we done had in a long goddamn time.
Right.
Look at the breeze blowing right now. Goddamn, this is almost August.
Yeah.
They be the main ones complaining about how hot it is. And then you get Jake simple. I be ignoring the shit. Man, so it is. How your ass too spoiled.
Yeah, that's all it
He sort
is.
of got too spoiled. We was bred in the heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Edomite, she come up trying to tell me, trying to talk sly. She said, oh man, she trying to act like she feeling sorry for me, really speaking all sarcastically. I was like, shit, yeah, I'm cool. I was bred in this. I said, this make me stronger. Cause really it do.
They do.
It really do, man. At the end of the day, it's uncomfortable. But we was built for being in the heat. Bathing in the sun.
Right.
That makes us stronger. Esau Edom, he knows that.
So how the Lord became white?
Right,
Yeah. Can't take the sun.
right.
Hey, but you know what we get from the sun, right?
Vitamin D.
You know? That's something Esau can't get.
Testosterone boost.
Yeah.
That's why he have to try to combat that with GMOs
Yeah.
and soy-based food. Half
Yeah.
the damn food that you buy is all soy-based.
Uh-huh.
Soy takes away
Kill
the
that.
testosterone,
They make you feminine.
make you feminine.
That's why they give all that sort to the prisoners. That's why a lot of rape and shit happen in the prison.
Yeah.
Make you, mode.
That's Esau. That's
Esau the
Esau.
devil,
That's the
man.
devil.
Cause almost everything, every food got soy in it now.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Can't hide
You
it.
be trying your best to find something that ain't got no food. You're like, God damn. Especially if you trying to go on some type of plant, and that's why it's so hard really to go on a plant-based diet, because not only do it be soy-based, but the soy really makes you tired.
Yeah.
That shit make you tired.
Yeah, cause food supposed to give you energy.
It's supposed to restore you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got it though, Op.
Finish this off in John.
Yep.
John 3 and verse 7, it says, marvel not that I said unto thee, ye must be born again. Verse 8, the wind bloweth where it listeth.
Right. And the wind is symbolic of the spirit. So how the spirit works is according to the Lord's will. But the only one that knows where the wind is gonna blow is the Lord. The Lord is like, we can't tell you that it is gonna be cool and windy tomorrow.
We can't tell you it's gonna rain tomorrow.
We can't tell it's gonna rain tomorrow. I gotta go. But that's how the Spirit is. We can't tell you you are the elect. We can't tell you, hey, well, you know, you a man of the Lord. So when it comes to receiving this, it's according to the wind. If you look up that word listed in the blue letter real quick, right? Say the wind blow up where it listed. That's what he was actually telling. Hey, the Spirit goes according to, hey, the will of the Most High, ultimately. And the only ones that can be truly born again are those that the Lord has allotted for that. It's all good.
It says, fellow, it says, to will, have in mind, and intend.
It says to will, right? Have in mind, intend. So the Spirit has to already really be in you. And we all know who got the Spirit. We don't never know when somebody gonna come up here and actually potentially be the Lord's elect. That's the will of the Most High. Is it more?
To be resolved or determined.
To be determined.
Yeah.
You see, the wind, the Spirit is to be determined. Now, the Lord did say the Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. So there's a thing of discernment that kicks in when individuals come up, and whether or not they are already set to be born again. You got it, huh? Read the, let's see what the Strong say. Yep, go ahead.
The Strong's definition says to determine as an active option from
subjective impulse. Yeah, to determine as an active option from subjective impulse. Go ahead.
Whereas properly denotes rather a passive, what is it?
Acquiescence. Look it up. Look that word up right quick. I'm curious what that is. He got hit the pronunciation of it. Say. Acquiescence. Acquiescence. And what it say?
It says the reluctant acceptance of something without protest.
The reluctant acceptance of something without protest. Huh? Yeah.
Acquiescence.
Yeah. It says the reluctant acceptance of something without protest, man. Okay? Go ahead. Yep. Keep reading the Strong. Go ahead, take this out.
Okay.
Yep, back to acquiescence.
Yeah.
Yep. So it says
properly denotes rather a passive acquiescence in objective consideration.
Yep. An example.
Choose or prefer.
An example. Choose or prefer. Right? So the Spirit chooses and prefers. Like the scripture say, it's already, listen, yeah, give him a bottle of water. Go ahead.
It says literally or figuratively.
Yep.
By implication, to wish, to be inclined to sometimes adverbially, gladly, and personally for the future tense to be about to by
The brazen.
the brazen to delight in, desire, be disposed,
Yep.
forward, intent, list, love, mean, please, have rather,
Yep.
be will.
Yep. Yep. So the spirit ultimately dictates. The spirit is what we're subject to when dealing with these souls out here, man. All right? We got to use the judgment of the Lord. You go ahead, Op. You go back to the precept.
Back 3 and verse 8, it says, the wind bloweth where it listeth, and thou hearest the sound thereof, but canst not tell whence it cometh, and whither it goeth. So is everyone that is born of the Spirit.
Yep. So is everyone that's born of the Spirit. Because even the ones that's born of the Spirit don't know that they're going to be born again. Before they're born of the Spirit, they don't know. Like you never thought that you was going to be out here prophesying.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
It's like the wind just blew one day and completely changed your way of thinking.
Hey, but let's go to Jeremiah 1:5. He said, before I formed thee,
I
in
knew
the belly
thee.
I knew thee. And what he ordained thee a prophet.
The Lord listed you
That's
as
it.
a prophet.
That's it. That's it. Yeah.
Come, that was all I
I
want.
had to push
Go ahead, bro.
This Jeremiah 4 and 14 on Jerusalem. And Jerusalem is the people for the place.
That's it.
It said, wash thy heart from wickedness, that thou mayest be saved. How long should thy vain thoughts lodge within thee? I mean, that's the point. Because Scripture said you are cleansed through the word which I spoke unto you. Read there in John 15 and 3. So this is how you pretty much clean yourself up. By repenting, come back to the washing of the word. So it said, wash thy heart from wickedness, meaning what the mindset, which Babylon the Great and America had indoctrinated people with.
Yep.
You
They
know?
say Babylon has made the nations mad.
Yeah.
You know, which means disorderly in intellect. So it even fucked up your mind not to know the righteous order of the Lord.
Judgment.
Yeah.
Good judgment.
Yep.
That would say Psalms 119 and 9. How can a young man cleanse his way by taking heed according to the word, man?
Right.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You go ahead.
Alright, so hey, with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. Once again, we're going to turn to the east. Give our praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakudash.
Alright, give double honors to the elders and apostles at GMS, and salutations, blessings to the Akim around the world, preaching and teaching the truth. Alright, you got it, brother.
Abba, the woman. Abba, the yapping.
Hey, how about Shema Shabbat the Thumb, Shalom.
Shalom.
DTA.
DCA.